So today is going to be a story time. Get ready with me. I have to film something for like a sponsored post on my Twitter, so I have to get in the Halloween spirit. But while I'm doing my Halloween look, which is not going to be like a Halloween tutorial, like it's not going to be, I feel like this year has been, it's just been, you know, so I haven't had that inspiration to really go all out. I think I'm just gonna have a little blood, just do a little blood. But anyways, let's get started. Today's story time is gonna be about a time that I got beat up. No, I didn't get beat up, but it was it was a time on Halloween. Ooh, I want to say maybe 8 years ago. It was so long ago. The club that this happened at actually doesn't even exist anymore, I don't think. And I ended up signing an NDA with them. So I'm not supposed to talk about it, but like, it's been like a decade. So pretty much what had happened is I had went to this club. That was like in my clubbing days, back when I was like, before I turned 21, to be honest. I think I was like 19 or 20. And me and my friend ended up going for Halloween. She and her friends, like I think her friends' friends or something like that, because honestly I didn't know any of these people, were at this like table and they had like couches and stuff. So we had gone to the couch area where all the friends were at, and you know, we were just partying. Then all of a sudden, like, I told my friend that I want to go to the bathroom, and she comes with me. We go to the bathroom and we come back, and I guess there had already been like a fight, like a verbal altercation or something like that, that had happened between these two guys that were at the table when, you know, we had gone to the bathroom. And obviously we didn't know that at the time because we weren't there. So when we had gone back, we were just kind of like, whatever, just like partying and dancing or whatever. Then all of a sudden, I guess their fight wasn't over, and they started yelling at each other and just boom, just throwing blows at each other. And my friend, she was kind of like at the edge where she was like sitting, so she was able to kind of like escape. I was kind of in the middle, so I was kind of stuck. It was like a, imagine like a V shape, and I was kind of like right here, and the fight had broken out right there. My friend was in the like the edge, so she was able to just like walk off. I was here, and there was no way of me just like crawling out or whatever, and the fight was like really, like, they were really throwing blows at each other. And meanwhile, my ass was just trying to get out because I was just like, I don't want to get hit. So as I'm trying to like escape, not only do I lose a shoe trying to get out of there, but I ended up getting hit like really bad on my forehead. I'll like insert a picture of how I ended up looking, but I just remember it just ended up like, it made an incision, like it was big because it was like bleeding. And I just remember trying to still escape, crawling through and feeling like the blood running down my face. But it's Halloween, you know, so no one's like, oh my god, you're bleeding. Because I was like, I think I was, what was I think I was like a general or something. I wasn't in blood. Like normally I wear fake blood for Halloween, but this year I think I was just cute. But anyways, I had the blood running down me, and I was just like, what the just happened? So I ended up being able to get out. I don't think I found my shoe. I don't remember what happened to my shoe. So anyways, so I ended up just like going home, I think, after that. I think there was like a shootout. Oh my god, Halloween is always crazy in LA. That's why I think that was the last year I ever did like a something Halloween in LA, because I just can't with that. So anyways, I ended up going home, and days later, I'm not kidding you, it got like, the ball got so huge. Like it was, I had like a baseball on my forehead. Possible concussion, I don't know, because I'm not one to go to the hospital if something happens to me, which is really bad. And pretty much I ended up going through like a legal battle with the club. Ended up suing the club. I won, obviously, but yeah, it was the craziest thing I've ever been through, like at a club scene. Like it was really scary, and I think now I'm always like PTSD from like that. Like anytime a fight breaks out, I'm always so scared. But yeah, that club doesn't even exist anymore, thank God. Because honestly, it was their fault. They should have kicked those people out as soon as they started fighting. And normally, like, normally clubs do. Like if they see people fighting, they're gonna kick their asses out, you know? For some reason, they didn't kick them out when they first got in that altercation. And I got seriously injured. How is that for makeup look? Are you gonna do anything for Halloween this year? I honestly, I mean, you guys already know now. I'm sure you guys have watched. If not, I moved to Mexico. And when I come out here to visit my family, I just like film videos or just chill. I'm not really doing much. And this Halloween, like my nephews, I really wanted to go trick-or-treating with them. Especially because my brother's son, we're gonna have him that day. Like that's his week. I don't really want to take him trick-or-treating in his Spider-Man outfit because he loves Spider-Man right now. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Because like, isn't like Halloween canceled or something? I don't know. I'm more excited because I like how like the kids get excited. And I go trick-or-treating with them. I've been wearing this exact onesie, I think, the last 2 years. So boring. Halloween, I mean, Halloween is still one of my favorite holidays. But I feel like I've toned it down with the creative looks. Like before, I was so excited. Like I wanted to do a Halloween look every single freaking day. And now it's just, I just don't have the energy. Alright, so I don't really bake. Wipe this off. Because I feel like my under eyes get so dry. I guess like an update of what I have been doing. I ended up, I know in the video, I know in my last video I said that I moved to that house in Mexico since July, and that is true. I ended up moving there in July, But oh, I contoured this side a lot better. I've been in Mexico, like living in Mexico. I mean, for the past 2 years. Let's be real. I've been flying back. Like my schedule since 2018 was like every 2 weeks I would go to Mexico. And I had a place in Cabo, which, oh my god, is a horrific story in and of itself. But yeah, thankfully we got out of Cabo, and my contour's kind of uneven. But yeah, I had my place there. I wouldn't spend that much time there. I would maybe be there 1 week, maybe 2 out of the month. And then Corona hit, obviously. And I was actually, before they did lockdown here, I think I was on my way to Cabo in March, like early March, before, you know, they did the whole lockdown here in LA. And over there they weren't doing the lockdown yet, so people were still out and about, but obviously like careful, because the confirmed cases over there were way less in comparison to here. But I mean, I don't really go out anyway, so it's not like I was in the crossfire of any of that. But oh, contour on my neck right now with my double chin is the best. But yeah, I was out there since March, and then shit went down with our apartment and our place. So we ended up leaving Cabo like in March 30th, I want to say. And we ended up going to Sinaloa. So we lived in Sinaloa for April, May, I think is when I came back. When did they open the borders? I don't remember. When they said, I was kind of too paranoid to travel. I think for American citizens, obviously, like, it was always open to like travel back, but I was just too scared. I was like, I don't want to deal with any of that, so I didn't travel. I waited until maybe the end of April, May to come back home, and that was like the longest I've ever been away at that point. And then I stayed here for a month or so, and then I ended up going back to now Mexico City. So now I'm currently in El Distrito Federal, and I'm actually really liking it. I don't mind it, to be honest. Like, it was a transition. I think when I was living in Sinaloa, it was so difficult for me, just because like the house that we were at, they didn't have like a bathroom like, you know, you're used to, with hot water, running water from a shower and like all that kind of stuff. And I'm not one to complain, so I will like easily adapt if I have to, you know. But it was challenging because even in Cabo we had like running shower water, and it was warm for 30 seconds. Don't get me wrong, we didn't have like warm water all the time to shower. We had to shower like really quickly, and normally my ass likes to take like 30-minute hot showers because that's my favorite part of the day, you know, at the end of the day, taking a warm shower then going to bed. But anyways, I learned to appreciate those things, you know. So anyways, I had to shower with a bucket, like in Cabo. No, not in Cabo, in Sinaloa. So I was showering with a bucket, and it was cold water, like cold ass water. So imagine that. I was always screaming. 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 I don't know if you can hear my brother playing his damn video game. He's like laughing at my last video that I made. He's all like, I moved to Mexico, laughing at me. And I'm like, what are you laughing? It's true. Like, weirdo. Anyways, so yeah, I think that was the only challenging part. And then at the time that I was living in Sinaloa, like it was getting super hot, and we were at the, like my room was on the second floor, so all the heat obviously rises up, and it was so hot. So hot, oh my god. So hot. But thankfully, like we got an air conditioning, little portable air conditioning thing, because we were sleeping with fans. And ooh. I don't know, I can't really talk and do my brows at the same time. But yeah, that was really tough. Oh, and I ended up getting a puppy. It was like, for me, I love dogs. I love animals to like another extreme. Like I love them sometimes more than humans. But we ended up hearing that they were gonna kill these puppies. And my ass was not having that. I was like, no. We will take the dog. Because they were gonna kill this puppy, and it was a little chihuahua. It was so cute. And I ended up naming her Pulga, which means flea, because she would literally jump. It was like the cutest thing. She would jump like a little flea. And we ended up getting her. I was so nervous because I was just like, I haven't had a new puppy in like 5 years, and I know for any of you who've had puppies, like it's a lot of work. It's like a child. I mean, maybe not to the extent of a child, but it's a lot of work to have a dog. And it's not a job or something to be taken lightly. But at the time, obviously, if they were gonna kill her, I'm not gonna shy away from the chance to take care of her myself, you know? So took her in, named her, cleaned her up. She was filled with ticks and fleas. I've never seen a tick in my life, and I'm deathly afraid of ticks because you could get Lyme disease. So like you have no idea how deathly afraid I was of her, because she was, I will insert photos of what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it, but we filled like a whole bottle full of ticks that taken out of her ears. It was insane. I was shaking. I remember my job was just to hold the bottle because I couldn't take the ticks out. I'm just, no, not happening. So my job was just to hold the bottle, but I was like literally like so deathly afraid that one of them was gonna latch onto me and give me Lyme disease. So I was able to clean her up. She was so cute, playful, tiny. She's so tiny. And at the time, we wanted to take her to the vet because I know she has to get her shot, but nowhere was open. And that's the sucky part, because at that time, April-ish, that's when most places were now closing due to the COVID. So we couldn't get her seen. And that was Ugh. I wish we had gotten her seen, to be honest. Because what I had heard was that she was living in like filth, like with rats and like just utter filth, like in a dark room. Like it was heartbreaking what I heard. So I was just like, okay, we need to get her seen. I've never seen a dog so, I don't know, she acted very different. So when I ended up coming back home, which was maybe a month after getting her, she started like being really sad. Like she wasn't acting like herself. Obviously I couldn't bring her with me, but you know, family out there was taking care of her. And they ended up telling me that she was acting really sad, and I told them to take her to the vet. Like, find a place that's open. Like, someone needs to see her because she's acting weird. And they ended up taking her, and it turns out she had worms. And I don't know how the hell she ended up getting those worms. I mean, maybe from where she was freaking at, but they gave her medicine and she was taking the medication daily. So it's not like she wasn't on it. She was taking the medication daily, but she wasn't getting better. And unfortunately, she ended up passing away, which was really freaking sad for me because I wasn't there to say goodbye, to bury her. So my battery ended up dying when I was doing my eyeshadow, and I did my eyeshadow without realizing. Anyways, so I'm gonna go in with my liner. "2020 has been a shit year. And I still have a lot more that I have to tell you guys. But I'm waiting for an upcoming video to tell you guys more." I will say, like, a common theme in Mexico is that I had to learn is that a lot of dogs are like always on the street. I am like the type of person where if I see a dog here, I want to like save it and I bring it home, and that's how I ended up getting my Chihuahua Lily. Is, I mean, technically like she came to me, but we were in, like, my brother and I were in San Bernardino, and like out of nowhere it was like 100 and something degrees out, and this Chihuahua just came running up to us on my lap. And I spent hours going to the neighbors at that place and then asking people if that was their dog. And no one claimed her. So I did what any other person would do, and I kept her. So she's been with us ever since. But anyways, yeah, the dogs in Mexico, like, there's so many dogs out. I don't know how to describe it. There's so many dogs out, and you know, they live amongst the people. Like, a lot of people just sometimes even leave their own dogs out. Like, they leave their own dogs out and they just feed them outside, and they're just like wandering. And it made me so sad at first because I'm like, who would leave their dogs out? And I started like every time we have food that's about to go bad or we're not going to eat it or something like that, I don't like throwing it out in the trash. I feel it's so wasteful. I normally just leave it out in front of our house and the dogs will eat it. Because there's a lot of dogs that are like starving. They're so skinny and it breaks my heart. Like I wish I could save them all. And then especially like the pregnant ones. Oh my god, they're so skinny. And it just makes me so sad. Like, why are they out? Why? I just can't. And especially because like where I live, it's always raining. Like it's raining season right now. Is this gonna look cute? Or is this like a lot? It's a lot. And it's crazy because like the dogs that we used to like, that's why I hate naming dogs, because like when you name them, they're like yours, you know? And there was these two dogs that one that was black that I named Henry, and another like brown one that I named Goldie Hawn. And we would always feed them, and they would always be like around our block. And the last couple weeks, like I haven't seen them since the last time I came home. I went back and I didn't see them. They were gone. I don't know what happened to them. Like they both were like a pair. They'd always be together, and for the life of me, I've been looking for them everywhere, thinking that maybe they just went to another area or, and you know, I've been seeing them like where I live for the longest time. Like they've been there since, I don't know how long, since before July. And then now they're just gone. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what happened to them. And that makes me so sad because they were like my puppies without being my puppies. And then another update, my Chihuahua ended up running away. And we haven't been able to like get him back. And at first I thought he was like out in the streets by himself, and then found out a neighbor here ended up seeing him at the end of the street and saw that some car picked him up and was able to get the license plate of the car. But the thing is, we can't get a hold of the people of that car. They obviously have my dog, but like I tried online websites to try to like reverse search someone's license plate, tried calling the sheriffs, and you know, they didn't want to do a report because technically that person didn't steal our dog. They just ended up picking him up. And I mean, thank you to the people who picked him up, but like, we want him back. We want him back. We miss him. And he's really old, and you know, he can't really see well or eat well, or so I hope the people that picked him up have the patience for him, because you know, it makes me sad. But besides that, I have been traveling to and from Mexico City to Guadalajara every second Friday, or no, every 2 weeks on Friday, to go to a doctor. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. But yeah, Mexico life has, you know, I've adjusted, I think, like most people. That broke off. Where did it? Oh. You just gotta adjust. And I think I knew how to adjust for you all. It's definitely different. I do want to show like maybe not day in the life, because a day in the life. I don't really do much over there. Like, my life over there is pretty chill. I feel like I do more over here than I do over there. I haven't worn red lipstick in so long. Alright, so now for the blood. So I'm going to use this vampire blood that I've literally had for years. Hopefully it's not expired. I don't know if it's supposed to smell like anything, but... Alright. Let's see. Let's just add some blood. Oh god, I don't want it to get in my mouth. Ah! Oh! God. I think it's got on my floor. I just kind of wanted to drip like how it would naturally drip. But this looks... Oh god. Ew. Yeah. Did that look spooky? Oh god, oh god. Ew, it got in my mouth. Oh, shit, it's falling. Okay, I need it to stop. It's falling. I don't know where it's falling, but it's falling. Ew, it got in my mouth. It got in my mouth. There's still more blood. Does it look like ketchup? It kind of looks dumb, no? I feel like... Okay. I think that's it because I'm eating this shit. But this blood still works, obviously. And then I also have this fake blood, but it's supposed to be like more of a spray. I don't know. Anyways, that is the look and my story time, few story times. Oh. Let's take these clips out. Let's see how this look. And I obviously have extensions in because your girl is bald still. Like the little hairs coming out. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye. And happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.